Morning traders, Manny Cabrera here, co-founder of the Issue Trading Academy. As today's pre-market forecast and end of the week review. Let's go to our news items for this morning, and a busy morning in reference to news. 8:30 this morning, we're expecting the core PCE price index, personal spending, and of course at 10 o'clock, revised UOM consumer sentiment. Let's go to the charts as our markets continue to churn between these two pivot areas here that we established way here on the 15th of this month. We have our swing high and we have our swing low, which was established yesterday before moving higher. So that's where our market has been moving, between this channel here, and we had expected that. Right now the market is trying to deal, as mentioned previously, with this potential second wave and the actions that states, cities, and local communities are taking to try to prevent any more spread of the virus. That's where we find ourselves right now. Very precarious situation here. We are sitting tightly against the 200 SMA. That's a very key indicator in Wall Street, as we're always mentioning it. So as long as we remain above that, the expectations continue to move higher. The volume's very surprising. It's averaging 1.5 million contracts per session, which is absolutely incredible for this time of the year. We're heading next week into the 4th of July weekend, so it's interesting to see this kind of market movement. Now, where's the market going today? Now, remember, it's very mixed. We had up days, 3 down days, 2 up days, a down day, an up day, a down. That's the way the market has been moving today, and it's been a bit challenging to trade because of this type of indecision. You ended up with these huge, long swings. And what I mean by these swings, we can see them more clearly here at another time frame here. You can see how the market here, this was yesterday. Look at the way the market moves. These huge swings. This is a huge swing down, huge swing to the upside, huge swing down, another huge swing to the upside, another huge swing down, then it went and had a huge swing to the upside. Right now, it's acting a little different here. As you can see, eventually there's our pre-market, there's our huge down, and now here's our huge up. So this is the kind of market that we're having. And here's the key, guys. The key is, if you have a strategy that can help you understand and or identify these pivots, that's where you need to be. You need to identify these pivots. Our strategy, that's exactly what our strategy allows us to do. It helps us to understand where buyers are coming in, where sellers are coming in. It helps us to identify that. That's why for us, the deeper the market runs, the deeper the swings, the more we look for these particular price, that confluence of price and volume, and that's why we're able to pull the trigger in these particular. So this is not a market for people who are not experienced. You have to have plenty of experience in order to trade these kinds of markets, because it does require a lot of heavy duty analysis in order to remain within the confines of a market like this. Let me show you another time frame here, which is, I love this chart here, because this is our chart. Essentially, this is our chart, the chart that we trade. And here it is. Here's yesterday's swing low. Here's yesterday's swing high. It rallied late in the afternoon, right at about 2 o'clock. It rallied to the intraday high. You can see the market kind of churning right in between this area here for a little bit, trying to make up its mind what it wants to do. There's the dip. There's the dip. There's the dip. Now this is what I was talking about. Look how our areas line up. See how our areas line up, how we're able to identify these particular areas. So we missed this particular pivot here, but we got this pivot here. You see what I'm saying to you? So that's what I'm referring to. That's what we need to be doing. See here, from this pivot here, going short. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you need to start doing. You need to start understanding these particular pivots, how they align with volume, and that's the way to play the market today. Take care. Have a great trading session, and we'll see you next week.